All right, guys. It seems like a lot of the times I do these live streams, I talk about gang stalking. It's just a knee jerk reaction because I did at one point have a really big gang stalking platform. It's getting a lot of traction in my channel. My channels got deleted or banned. So every once in a while, I like to do this. I like to come online and really explain what gang stalking is. Because if you don't, these people come out of the woodworks, these shills, and they discredit the whole topic. Now, going into these shills real quick, because I like to kind of sidetrack my own conversations here a little bit. So I'm trying to stay on point. Going into these people. So as a normal person, we're gonna go into gang stalking as like a normal person understanding it, a TI perspective, and then we're gonna go to the super advanced stuff level stuff in gang stalking. Okay. So this is for new people. This is for people that are skeptics. Now I think that most people understand gang stalking, the concept. It's not so unbelievable in 2025 as it was in 2020. Okay. But going back to these shills, right? So when people don't come online, like the main TIs, I'm not just speaking about myself here, guys. I'm not speaking about people I beef with and just out of comedy and whatever. But when the main targets don't confirm the narrative of gang stalking, well, I'll say there's about, you know, credible YouTubers talking about the topic. I don't know, like 20, 30 people. I don't really watch all of them. I'm just saying in general. If you think about the whole internet, like gang stalking algorithm is like its own section. Now there's disinformation that gang stalking is schizophrenia. That's coming back. That's making a comeback. So I want to set the record straight for people that don't haven't been through gang stalking and explain what gang stalking is. Okay, so that's the purpose of this broadcast. So we're gonna kind of take things seriously here. I do a lot of comedy. I do a lot of stuff on the channel. I just to go over myself why I'm on here is in 2017 I bought a movie editor. There was something in my head that was like I need to make a conspiracy channel, and this is before gang stalking. So I had a conspiracy channel called Matrix Dakota in 2017. It ran for of course about 6 months to maybe 8 months, and I got like a V2K thing that was telling me like delete the channel. Like that's why I deleted it. I was at work, and mind you, I was high as shit. Okay, so it wasn't a mental thing, but it was a strong V2K type of voice, like delete the channel. So I deleted on the spot. It was always going to be a temporary thing. I just wanted to mess around with video editing and making a conspiracy channel. So that was before my gang stalking. So I hit on some topics. It was mostly just making fun of Alex Jones, which he's an intelligence operation himself. There's a lot of reasons why you can get gang stalk people. Just forewarning. Okay. Um, so that's where the Matrix Decoded comes on. So I came on, I started a channel in 20 when my gang stalking started, which was probably like a year before I started the second channel, the CU channel, right? Um, that was just a way to fight back against the gang stalking, to be like, because I'm a real like actual TI going through the real tactics, and we're gonna go over that in a moment. And your life has changed and you're being targeted. So that was a way for me to fight against gang stalking. So one of the first videos I put up was Gang Stalking 101, this well polished, produced video that took like 7 hours to make, because I was going to be a serious channel in the beginning. But then my goofiness kind of took over, and my comedic side took over. And I used drama and comedy to build my name up. Because honestly, with the gang stalking stuff, I get it now. I didn't understand it before. People just don't give a fuck about it because you can't really prove it one way or another. You can to a certain degree, but it's still not enough to make people care because there's so much stuff going on. So that's the intro. That's me. That's, for you people watching my channel for the last few years, I've mentioned this before, but I go off on tangents, but that's why I'm here. Do I still want to be here? No. But we're going to go into gang stalking. So that's a little 4-minute intro. So I come on here, I smoke my little weed when I have time, and I make a live stream. Smoke my little bowl here, just like someone would drink a beer, and come on here and talk about some gang stalking. If you don't like that, you don't thinks that makes me credible, that's on you. Like I honestly just don't give a fuck because you don't. There's this is a no winner game being a TI. Okay, so we're gonna go to the advanced stuff at the end, but this is for like regular people. TI's like a refresher course. Okay, so let's get started. What is gang stalking? Right. This is a multi-dimensional thing. So this is what you gotta understand. This isn't just a word that has a meaning. It first of all, it's a disinformation term created by the CIA, created by the psychologists that created this mind control research, government research program. So we're gonna go into what it is from a TI perspective, what you learn from online. Then we'll go into the different. This is the multi-dimensional part, the disinformation, the shills, and then the advanced stuff, which is like drones, the neural stuff, like the research teams. So this is what gang stalking is for people that don't understand. And again, a refresher. So you're a normal human being. You're probably were a regular person in high school. More than likely, some people have mental issues in the TI community. I mean, I think they're shills. Okay. But overall, you don't have schizophrenia. Okay. You don't have hallucinations. You don't have delusions. Did you get in trouble when you were younger? Probably. But more like, in my opinion, you're a person that was normal. You graduated high school. You might have had a decent amount of friends. Maybe you didn't have a lot of friends. Okay. It doesn't really matter. But you know normal when you fucking see it. That's what we're getting to, man. You know that normal is normal. Okay, you're not followed, you're not seeing patterns, you're not, seeing anything. Okay, so you live in a long time like that. I will say a minimum of 18, 25 years, 30 years, all of the fucking sudden. Okay, and there's many reasons why this happens. You get what's called gang stalked. Okay, so people report that your neighbors and friends flip on you. So you get like the cold shoulder, which it implies someone has contacted them, maybe told them disinformation. Okay. Sometimes TIs are assholes and they're fucking abrasive, and and when they become gang stalk, they push people away by their own actions too. So it's a both. It's not us against the world type thing. You start noticing vehicle patterns. Okay, like the first thing I noticed was a bunch of military emblems. Every single place you go, you have what's called a floating box of symbolism or something with vehicles that you're gonna get in your gang stalking. Okay, you're gonna if you're like a homeless TI, you're gonna be followed everywhere if you're homeless. So you'll go to a secluded place as a homeless person, and then people are always following you in a legal way. Okay, it'll be like 4 a.m. It'll just be, and you notice from before your life, it's like, yeah, you can see a person here and there, it's normal, whatever. Like, but it's like a consistent, I would say, few year pattern of like, no matter where you go, there's someone there. Period. Okay. They hit you with the patterns. They hit you. Another thing people notice is your neighbors. Your neighbors will leave the same time you leave, and they'll do that for months on end. Okay, that happened to me. So every time you walk out your house, they walk out your house. Okay, so it symbolizes that you're being watched and your neighbors are being instructed, whether through I believe it's hidden camera, but it's to symbolize like there's cameras in your house. Society has turned against you. You'll notice the fire department following you around the very beginning. Like that doesn't last forever. Ambulances and shit like that. And I've tested it where they have their lights on, they're following you, you make a U-turn, they follow you, you make another U-turn. So it's like, what's the emergency? Um, just clear, blatant fire sirens going off. Like as soon as you exit a building, a fire truck will go by, and that will happen. It's not, that stuff happens before, but this will happen like 20 times in a week. It's just like, come on, man. Like, it's ridiculous, right? So people report different patterns, okay? Which it could be confused for like everyone's under a 5G mind control and they're synchronizing with you through AI. But most of the time, it's like someone is paying people to do shit, right? That's what gang stalking is, right? So this program will last for a long time, right? So whatever your tailored gang stalking experience, people report that there's handlers that are like orchestrating all this stuff, which makes sense. So another thing I notice is like every time I leave a building, there'll be like a fucking giant plane. Like this will go on, and these will go on in a synchronistic pattern for like months on end. It's not like a one and done deal, right? So people probably remember me recording that shit. Like I live by an airport and I don't see that shit that much, you know? Not like leaving out of a door threshold. Like you're in your room, you're doing your thing, you walk out the door, then okay. Now other people report that you're followed by planes. This has happened to me, not seeing a plane in the sky traveling the same speed as you, but literally when I had a car, it broke down because it's knee deep in the gang stalk. I'm not gonna go into detail. And I started doing these jobs that are on apps. So I'll go to this golf restaurant and be like a busser. And the first day that I didn't have my car, I got on the highway in the lift, like someone else was driving, right? And this plane was just fucking locked into me. Like we're going, just imagine going down a highway for like 5-10 miles, right? And that thing, and you just, you always see planes, right? But this shit is just locked in, mirroring a car speed, okay? Which is very difficult to do. And locked in. And then when I got to the golf restaurant, there's a fucking drone, like fucking giant drone. And this shit's always for 3 to 4 years. It's actually stopped now. Every fucking building I went, everywhere I go, just blatantly in my fucking face. Got a job at a gas station, right? Knee deep in the gang stalking. They cut down the trees. Like this gas station was covered in trees. And as soon as I started working it, they cut all the trees down. And there's the drone was fucking looking at me there. So there's many different, and I have evidence of all this shit too. So basically you get the vibe that this shit's fucking law enforcement doing this, right? Advanced law enforcement. So the regular police, they generally don't really do anything in my experience, but you have it like basically they make it seem like you're the biggest terrorist on the fucking planet. You're Osama bin Laden, that all of this is justified. They show you how much resources they're using, which is basically like the military doing this. This is like military, that type of fucking deal. Where I'm not well researched into any of that stuff. You just don't have the time when you're being targeted. Your finances are fucking sabotaged. So this is stopped as well. But it's like my last tax return was supposed to be $3,000. They cut it in half. Then they stole the tax return out the mail. So I got $1,500. And then I had to wait 5-6 months after I was supposed to get it. And I was going to use that money to buy a car. And it was all this orchestrated shit. So it's definitely the government. Like there's definitely a lot of evidence that this is like CIA experimentation and just like targeting of citizens is like the best way to describe it. So you have vandalism for your car. So I used to rent cars all the fucking time because my cars broke down and that was like one way I was making money was doing these gig jobs and door dashing and just barely getting enough money. But so basically I have to go to a car rental every week or twice a week sometimes. So I had like 15, 20 cars. They only didn't touch one of those cars. Like they scratch it up. They have the whole program and a plan of how they scratch your car. So that's like one of the first things you'll notice as a target is your car will start getting keyed, but it's a program. Like they have different tools and different things because everything is designed for you to complain about mundane shit. And basically this program is to turn a normal citizen, turn his life upside down and make them seem like a schizophrenic, asset strip them and surveil them and harass them. So it's basically seemed like it's ran by private investigative military people. Okay, not normal army people, but like people part of maybe a military industrial complex type of stuff. Okay, for all we know, they could be just wearing army uniforms and stuff like that. Like those in the beginning of my targeting, there was some like army dude that was like all this crazy shit was happening. So this is like this is in 2019, right? So I did actually see a black triangle UFO. I don't like to bring this up. It's not really relevant, but for this topic it is because this is when I was working at the restaurant that I believe put me on the list. I believe this is part of like military human trafficking, right? And experimentation and making money on people. So this restaurant, I believe, put me on the fucking list because I had a whole bunch of issues with this weird ass restaurant. And that's when I first started noticing a lot of hardcore gang stalking stuff. Like if I were to be honest, the pizza restaurant that I referenced to, like, there's no reason to me unless someone's trying to fucking help me tell you which one it is. Cause you're just because let's say I tell you which restaurant where it is, you're not only gonna find out who I am, but you're gonna fucking just flip it onto me and it'll become more gang stalking, right? For the people listening on the internet, the trolls and things like that. And they'll say things like, oh, why don't you ever just tell us everything? And it's a way to like social engineer and fuck your life over, right? They do it to people all the time on the internet. So there's even if you did contact them, they would lie and you will become accomplices by just fucking saying, oh, well, he's on the internet talking shit. So yeah, don't ever do that. There's people that are trying to trick you to like show who you are. Don't ever do that. Okay. So that's what gang stalking is, man. So it's just a day by day war attack, okay, in the heaviest stages. There's people that talk about directed energy weapons. Again, these are military weapons, military technology, military industrial complex type stuff. So I've had an experience with that. I'm not gonna talk about it, but because it's not as bad as what other people claim they go through. Okay, there's a lot of people that claim they're getting it day by day, and then it just stops. So you're Brian Twos, these type of people. So they can't show the other stuff. But how do you tell from a real target is the testimony, the evidence combined with the testimony. If they don't have to show you the evidence, but they should at least have some backed up, saved something that's like you see it and you're like, wow, yeah, that's harassment basically. Um, Testimony, you can't fake the testimony for a long period, sustained period of time. You just fucking can't. Like it doesn't catch people's interest when you're lying about this stuff. So let me hit the old bowl of rule here. So that's the basic gist. We're at the 17-minute mark. We're gonna kind of timestamp this one, so it's like a little bit organized. I don't have any notes or hear anything, but so first 5 minutes was introduction. 13 minutes of just telling you what gang stalking is. It's day by day harassment. A lot of people in the community are involved. Okay, whether it's through mind control or generally it's people getting paid, but it's not a lot of the actual community. So that's what real gang stalking is. Okay, drones, harassment, vandalism. Okay, break-ins, intimidation, break-ins, everything to make you seem crazy when you talk about this shit. But it's physical. You can see it. You know what's going on. Obviously, people make mistakes and shit like that. The second portion, all right, we're gonna talk about is the fake gang stalking. Okay, and why people do this shit. So for people that are coming on, listening, trying to learn about getting that real, genuine, concerned citizens, what to look out for. Fake gang stalking, anything that has to do with spirituality, demons, okay, occult organizations. If you're speaking on an occult, let's say you're being gang stalked by Alpha Kappa Gamma, right? But you used to be a member of Alpha Kappa Gamma. Okay, you can go into a deep testimony of how you did the dances and you were in college and this and that. You have, oh, I know it's them. Okay, that does happen. That's a small percentage of gang stalking. But anyone just saying like Freemasons and they just don't have no proof, nothing, like, oh, Freemasons are gang stalking. Well, who do you know that's a Freemason? What did you do to piss them off? You have to have a story. So this is what you look out for these fakes. So demons, cults, uh, chosen one, 144,000, uh, friend circles. Oh, I had a friend group and they used to mess with me. Now they're gang stalking me. Ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends. Yeah, I'm being gang stalked, but it's from my ex. No, that's not what gang stalking is. Okay. Gang stalking is basically, a, for lack of a better term, a program to take down citizens that are deemed a threat to the military industrial New World Order complex, the plans of taking over America, changing it, whatever that is. We're not going to go into details. Okay. Who are people that are would be gang stalked, like you mess with a rich, powerful person, okay, like literally mess with them. Uh, you're someone that's critical of the government online, so 9/11 type stuff, 4chan. You looked into too many conspiracy videos. Okay. You looked into too many conspiracy videos. You were vocal about it. You may have spoken about it to people. Oh, have you heard of the Freemasons? Like, if you've never done none of that stuff, you don't have anything to worry about. Like, you're not being gang stalked. These people that never that are, and there's different criterias, right? They come online, they think gang stalking is some spiritual journey. Oh, when everyone turns on you, that's when gang stalking. So, you had friends and they all hate you now. But in real life, the person was a bad person. They might have been a drug addict, and then their family and friends turn on them like, oh, you were cool back in the day, but now you're like a scumbag drug addict person. So we're giving you the cold shoulder. We don't want to hang out with you. See, people confuse stuff like that as gang stalking. Gang stalking is gonna last for at least 5-10 years to the rest of your life. There are periods when it dies down because humans are running this, and they're not gonna pour on the resources for an extended period of time. Like, they're gonna pull back, come back. It's basically intelligence operations, spying, espionage. So what happens is with gang stalking is there's a such thing as espionage. So there's a lot of people being spied on. What are you doing with that information? Oh, well, we're putting this person in the gang stalking program. We're going to sell his information to this research program that does directed energy for $10 million. So these people have your rights. Like, these people are like high level human trafficking, government shysters, and they can mask and pay people and stay behind the shadows. But when that's happening to you, that is not a mental delusion. Okay. Now, when you start trying to accuse certain people and whatever, yeah, like, but the overall thing with gang stalking, what's going on. Okay. So it's a kitchen sink. Now, people coming on, let's be real, like that all they talk about gang stalking, even if they're genuine, okay, it's called being burnt out. If all you talk about is gang stalking every single fucking day, even if it's happening, okay, you are considered burnt out to society. Like, you're useless to society. No one wants to hear you complain because we're going through a lot of shit as a country right now, and personally, like as people. So no one wants to hear you complain and all that. So it's very understandable. If you're not, if I mean, I always talk about, you should always talk about different shit besides gang stalking. You know what I mean? And if you are talking about every day, you should have the heaviest evidence catalog of that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, give me a little bit. The next portion, we just kind of talked about the fakes here and what to look out for. We want to go into the advanced gang stalking. So that's like workplace mob, the real smear campaigns, which I'm going through, where every job I apply for, one of you fuckers that's listening to me calls them. Like, I get hired at a job and then all of a sudden I'm unhired. So that's what's going on with me. Real fucking, and I think maybe King Mansa's he's probably going through the same shit, maybe. And I honestly feel for him if he is, because this shit ain't no joke when people messing with people's money. Like, you're really trying to make a a mass bang bang person, when you're trying to keep someone from working and it seems like it's the community, it's not the community, it's secret people doing it. But that's more of the advance. So why are they doing this? Why are they doing gang stalking is what these people are asking, right? So like I said, I just need a little break. I always felt if you want to make videos to have like a token of their victims or something, I always felt they want you to make videos to have, they of course they want you to make videos, and that's what the advanced part of it of gang stalking is. Okay, give me a moment here, people. And this is stuff I learned going through this, like putting myself out there on video. Like, I prefer not to show my face. Like, maybe I will one day if I take this seriously. I mean, I just don't see the fucking point, to be honest. I'm not discouraging anyone else. If you're comfortable doing that, I mean, go ahead, but it's just going to be used against you. And then all of these fakes they're tricky, man. These perps. People like Abe. Like Ed, let me ask you, Ed, is Abe a perp? Just be real, man. You think I know you don't believe in gang stalking, but like, think about what he's doing and trying to trick people. Like, I know what he's doing, dude. He's absolutely a perp. But I think at my last apartment, like, I think I was being drugged with meth. I'll be honest with you. As crazy as that fucking sounds. Hold on a second. Because I'm looking back of how I made my videos. Like, yeah, I had like nothing to do. I liked making the videos at a certain point, but it's like the way I was becoming like a gang stalking expert was pretty fucking crazy, man. And a lot of the stuff I've said has came true. Like, the theoretical stuff I was like speaking of based on like the stuff I'm going through, not to say it was correct. I'm just saying everything I've said has came true. Like, for example, with the healthcare CEO assassination, I made a Altoona video on targeted patent, and then they were looking for that guy for 2 days, and then they found him in Altoona. Like, what are the odds of that? You know? And then the Tyler Robinson thing, and like the shit on the drones. Oh, fuck me, man. Piece of shit. Spilled weed everywhere. Hold on, sorry guys. I think there's some shit on there actually. I'll be back in I'm not leaving, but I'll be fully speaking on this live stream in a few moments. Yeah, I some of it is attention lately. I don't think he's running any psyops lately. I'm thinking about the past, the Medicaid, like all that shit, dude. To me, it seems like someone that's given talking points by someone else. It's like, I'm gonna make these videos on these talking points. Yeah, for a long time he won't make videos like that, but you gotta think of the past. You know, I don't know. He's done some like it's some fucking crazy ass shit. To me, he's just a fucking I don't know. He's like some type of intelligence operation or something, like crisis actor or something. I don't think he's like a gang stalker, but and I think a lot of these people are crisis actors on here, man. Like, and it doesn't mean like to the hardest degree. It means like they are actually role players that they're told or they're paid to portray a targeted individual. The way they only make videos on gang stalking, targeted individual gang stalking, which it can take over your mind, and that goes into the advanced stuff. So let's get on to the advanced topics. What gang stalking is about. So whoever's doing this, these are most likely like NSA level people that can like they sit in data centers, are getting paid to do it. Okay. So if you don't get any of that vibe for your quote unquote gang stalking, like you're either a fake or you're lying about that. So it's like a vibe of a government CIA agent with capabilities of surveillance watching you, okay? Because this is called active surveillance. Look it up. Look up Google active surveillance. Regular surveillance is when you don't know you're being surveilled. Active surveillance, and I looked this up on Chat GPT, is basically they want you to know you're being surveilled to see if you'll make different movements or to research what you would do in that situation. So, like, I'll give you an example, like a drug dealer. You do the inactive surveillance, then you might do the active surveillance where you follow him with the cop car everywhere. Now he's going to be making phone calls to his cousin, like, move this, move that, move this out of this house. The cops are following me. Move this, that. That's what they're seeing what you're doing. That's called active surveillance. You don't do that the whole time, right? If you don't get that vibe, like, you're just fake. Okay. So like that girl Be Your Serenity, like she's a legit fake Ti shill. Like she's not some confused girl. This is what I want you guys to understand the difference. Like a confused girl and a shill, like someone that knows what it is and is hiding, and they won't deviate from a script because they're instructed not to go off that script. So because these people, we're gonna go into the fakes on this portion. So like let's use the example as Be Your Serenity, right? That girl that had like 40,000 views on her video that just keeps growing and growing, in the gang stalking algorithm, right? Just puts her cash app up, whatever, right? I don't care. I'm just saying, I'm using her as an example. It doesn't piss me off. I'm just saying this because this is what happened for the last 5 years. This archetype is what we're talking about. So she thinks she knows what gang stalking is, and it's some spiritual thing, right? But then she encounters in the wild real TIs. Oh, but yeah, I know you think it's spiritual, but this is actually what it is. I can show you evidence. I don't want to. I'm just saying she's met those people already. Okay. From being online. Like, nah, it's not spiritual. Like, yeah, God is good, cool and all, but this is what it is. Like I've been dealing, like after you talk to so many people, you have to concede, and this is just the archetype of who she is for the fake Ti little princesses on there. You have to concede, oh, this isn't spiritual. So many people have told me that this is the government, that I have to start believing it. Okay, that it's people doing it. But when you blindly ignore that for years, and no, it's not the government. No, how can you be so sure it's not the government though? That's how what evidence do you fucking have? What argument do you have that it's not some type of organized government law enforcement entity doing this shit? Like, what strong argument? You have none. So why do you keep shilling? Why do you keep coming on here? Oh, I just need donations. I just need that extra $50 a month. I just need that extra $100 a month. Dude, this is what's going on. These people know full damn well. They've already researched into gang stalking. Many people will say, oh, yeah, it's the government. You have to have an argument at the bare minimum. Oh, I know you think it's the government, but I have a cousin that works for the CIA, and they just said it's not true. I have an uncle who's a cop, and I spoke to him about it, and he just said they would never do that. If you have no strong argument like that, like how the fuck can you do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, so these are your shills. So let's talk about the shills, and then we'll go into the real meaning behind gang stalking. So the shills is like that girl I just explained. No disrespect. It's just that's the archetype. We've dealt with it time and time again. It gets kind of old. Okay, I just don't even talk to those type of people or bring them up. That's the one type. It's just the blind fucking sheep. No, no, no. Bah, bah. Yeah. The second one is these occultic people, and this is what you'll notice as a person that's paying attention to the gang stalking algorithm. It's like, all right, you got these people that are whatever, they're confused, they just don't believe it's the government. The second group that you're gonna notice is these occultic people. They read tarot cards, okay? They mix Christianity with mysticism, and it's like, how many people do you have to run into, right? Sorry, I just seen a Dodge Charger pull up. I want to make sure it's not a cut. It's like, how many people do you have to run into in this community to be like, all right, bro, like, why are so many people reading tarot cards? Why is it so many of them speak the same religious speaking points of chosen ones and this, and that? So that's the second biggest group. And it's like, okay, so we have that group. So the third biggest group, it's not the cops. It's not the cops. That's just the third biggest group in the TI community. Oh, it's definitely not the government. It's definitely not the cops. It's definitely that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll notice these big fucking groups in the TI community, and they're all fake. Like, there's no way that there should be large amounts of people signing on to these groups and just coming on like, oh yeah, chosen one. Oh yeah, it's not the cops. Oh yeah. It seems like a cover up. Okay. I'm trying to think of another example where this has happened before, but it's kind of tough with gang stalking. Like, this is the first time this shit's happening. So let's go to advanced gang stalking. Is like, you have a targeted individual. They're being experimented on with fucking 5G, AI, fucking harassment, psychology. They're just a guinea pig, right? And I'm trying to think. It's the military industrial complex, so they're making money off the research. There's just so much going on right now around me. Sensory stimulation or whatever. Hold on a second. Hit this bowl. You get followed by a drone, according to what I believe, what I've been through. You don't have to believe this, but for 3-4 years, I had a legit drone stuck on me, whether it's a surveillance balloon, a satellite, or a drone. Okay, I like to think it's an advanced military drone that could stay up for a long time. I mean, there was several of them, and there's other targets that speak about this. I mean, there's just straight up fake stars in the sky that twinkle red, white, and blue. Now, I don't think those are for me. I just think that's for everybody. But of course, if they could do that, golly, man, all these people are pulling up. I might have to leave in a second. I hate that shit. That seemed like complete gang stalking to me, man. But I won't accuse you. I'm gonna guess. I'm in a public area. You gotta like not let that shit bother you. But yeah, a bunch of people just pulled up. But according to what I've been through, it's a drone. I think the drone, and again, this isn't for everybody's gang stalking, but I think the drone at the bare minimum. This is just basic drone technology that you can buy from a Walmart drone. You can hook it up to someone's phone and it mirrors somebody, their movements, and they do it to make YouTube videos. They'll run on a track and they'll have a drone mirroring their speed. Like it's not that advanced of an idea. So I'm looking for like a good parking spot. Give me a second. We'll finish this live stream off. I mean, I'm not gonna finish it anytime soon, but you have to be real smart about like finding strategic parking lots and gang stalking because these people do still creep up on me. I mean, the shit's still happening. I just don't fucking talk about it. But yeah, dude, you'll post up in like one way. There's tests to do it to see if you're being gang stalked. So you post up in a fucking parking lot that's completely empty and then wait 30 minutes for multiple people to show up and dead ends and all that shit. So getting back into the events, what I believe is going on. I believe the drones are locking in on citizens. I think it can not only lock on me, but other people. I think there's multiple cameras on the drones, and these drones are like, we've been talking about this shit, like Amazon drones supposed to be delivering stuff and they delayed it. They're basically using it as a way to police people, right? So we're not gonna go to the super advanced stuff. My opinion, you're followed by a drone 24 hours, day and night, and they're very slick with it. So don't think about a drone with a remote control. So think about a high altitude drone that moves slowly when you move in your little car miles away in the sky, and you can barely notice because it's making small gradual movements. It's not zipping around like the Jetsons. Okay. So you have these disinformation trolls. Another thing you'll notice in gang stalking, you have disinformation trolls that are attached to your channel that just fucking discredit you and troll you all times of the day. Okay. And just obsessed with you and just troll you in all of your chats, visible evidence of it. They get paid per response. So there's too much smoke to say there's not a fire with gang stalking. Okay. Something is going on. The government's okay with it. Okay. But it's not as simple to say we're going to go into the disinformation, the fake gang stalking. Oh, everyone in the community's in on it. Everywhere I got, look, I'm pointing my camera at someone, they're gang stalker. Your subversive awareness. That dude's the biggest fucking shill of gang stalking ever. He's shilling for gang stalking. Okay. There's these people that do that because they want more people showing their face and talking crazy like that because it's a whole industry of mental health to get people institutionalized, to get them asset stripped, to get them on monthly medication that's billed to their insurance. So there's people like subversive awareness, Abe, that come on and want you to show your face and basically call you fake if you don't. When you're being cautious, you're being smart, and at least delaying the people trying to medicate you by years and wasting their time. So that's what I mean by that. But yeah, it goes both ways. There's people that are fakes that are pretending to be target, and there's people that are really selling the gang stalking too, because this a big thing, and this is more advanced, is they want you making videos so they have a video documentation, first-hand testimony. That's the best testimony of you with your face saying what's happening. Oh, I'm getting hit with directed energy at 11 o'clock. It feels like a jolt in my shoulder when I lay in bed. That's exactly what they want. So you're doing what they want. These are smart people. These aren't like dumbass people running gang stalking. Like, this is advanced scientific research, military backing. So I'm not saying to follow me, but be careful of anyone that's strongly suggesting anything on here. What's their motivation? Like, I've never strong, you better do this, you better do that, or you're not a real TI. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the motivation to do that? The motivation is they're getting paid. Now, this guy's a gang stalker. It's the hell is going on? Why is my screen black? That's crazy. That's insane, dude. Nah, this dude, he drives like a fucking super nice Audi. It's yellow. So that's how I know I've seen him a million times. It's not, oh, well, you might have seen a different person driving a similar car. No, it's a brand new Audi. It's yellow. It's honey yellow. And I pulled up in the secluded spot. And as soon as I did that, he pulls up. I mean, I've seen him maybe five. He's basically the 764 leg of this area. So going back into the advanced gang stalking, I'm in a subway parking lot. It just happens, the guy that's been gang stalking me ever since I came here, he just happens to pull in the subway. And again, they do that so when I talk about it on the live stream, it confirms their surveillance. Like, oh, so he's in this area because you have that car. And if I would have showed his license plate publicly, I would have just basically in their internal shit like dox myself. It's what this is about. Surveillance is, oh, we can confirm that he's here because he showed the license plate at the subway that our agent went to. That's the real gang stalking. And then my camera is black. There's no reason why my camera should be black. Look, that's crazy. I mean, in the browser settings, I am using one of these private browsers, so maybe I didn't allow the camera button. So that's one explanation. I mean, it's just really convenient though. But that's what you'll notice in gang stalking. You notice these characters following you around. They'll have these specific cars that you can remember. Okay, they're not just like white trucks or some shit. Like, it's like a fucking specific car, like a one headlight GMC Jimmy at my first apartment, where a guy asked me, "You should join the rally police." Out of nowhere, this black dude, weird black dude with like gauges, like rock and roll black dude. And then I had a V2K thought of Norse mythology. Okay. And I'm in the seventh story. He parks his truck again. This is why I remember he parks his truck right under my window, right? And then I look down and it says Norse mythology. And then, dude, like now this subway owner's coming out smoking and shit. Fucking weird, dog. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's surveillance. I can't show you it, right? As soon as the yellow fucking Audi dude picks up his food, this subway dude, the subway manager, this white gang stalking piece of shit, little Freemason, he comes out smoking his cigarette, starts fucking staring at me, dude. As soon as the Audi that I was just explaining to you, which I'm looking at right now, pulled up, like basically telling that guy, God, please, dude. Airport police. Police are pulling up. Fat white FBI agent. So like, I'm gonna explain this scenario in a second, dude. What just happened? And conveniently, I couldn't fucking show it, which I wouldn't want to because it's just doxing. I might go to McDonald's. That shit's crazy, dude. I was literally in that parking lot for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and now all that gang stalking happened, dude. I'm gonna tell you exactly what fucking happened, dude. Watch. I just like to park up first. This is real gang stalking. This ain't the shit that subversive awareness shows you. That fake bullshit where you just wait around, you're fishing for gang stalking bullshit that he does. A lot of these fakes do it. Like I haven't gotten a gang stalking episode like that in a while. That dude that came out and smoked a cigarette, he was acting like I was about to rob the, like I'm casing the place. Fucking piece of shit. Because the guy in the yellow Audi that followed me before, he obviously lives in this area, but he fucking keeps popping up. I'm gonna explain it in a second. Hold on. I'm just sitting around. I'm wasting time to do waiting for lunch for DoorDash. So that's why I'm out right now. But again, this is all to like get me to dox myself to fucking so people can know what's going on in my life. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. Watch. It's not like I'm living out of my car, dude. Like I'm pulling up to a parking spot for 5 minutes and people are going ballistic. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what's fucking going on in a second. That guy was being a fucking weird ass, dude. This is why I talk shit on fucking white people, dude. Like white people that act, they're gang stalkers. That's what it's not white people, it's white gang stalkers. They're like pieces of shit. There's black gang stalkers too. They do the same exact thing. That's police gang stalking. I'm gonna explain what the fuck happened. So I had to drive and park up. Okay. So I left one parking lot and I basically turned off my DoorDash at 10:30, got on live stream. I figured, let me get on live stream, knock this out. I'll get back on at 11:45, make some more money, you know. So I pull up, I went to spot A, whatever. I left. I forget why I left. I think I was at the gas station. The man, then all of these people pulled up to the gas station. There was a landscaping crew. A woman pulled up behind me, a truck, which is all normal. It's all normal shit. Okay, no problem. I ain't King Mansa, right? So I moved to a Subway, and I'm like, damn, this is a really nice spot. I can't imagine anyone. This Subway is fucking dead, anyways. Like no one comes through this Subway. I can't imagine like people pulling up. So I'm there for 5 minutes. The yellow Audi that's been following me. If I had to say one person's a gang stalker, it's him because it's a yellow 2025 Audi. He's fucking like mirroring my speed one day. I see him another day. So this is probably my third and fourth encounter of this guy in a week. Okay. So he obviously lives in the area, but it's a little suspicious. So I'm there for 5 minutes. I'm posted up in a shady ass spot by the like far away, right? Subway. There's nothing else around. Just that Subway. Trees behind me. I'm like, yeah, this is a sweet ass spot. I'm gonna chill here for 30 minutes, finish this live stream up. Yellow Audi pulls up. He goes through the drive-through. Obviously a gang stalker, right? I tried to show you guys, but it wouldn't let me. So he goes in, he speaks to the manager. I assume I didn't see it, right? He pulls off, right? The manager comes out the back door, right? And he starts smoking a cigarette and he starts fucking staring at me, dude. Like literally angling, smoking, staring. Like he was informed that I was there. Like, oh, someone's creeping around back. That's exactly how that guy smoked that fucking cigarette. Okay. Like someone told him he's creeping around back. I hope he's not trying to rob you or anything. Like no one's up. This is what white people do, dude. Like this isn't your fucking little rich neighborhood, dude. These are public parking lots. These male Karens and shit like that, dude. It's not even the women. These fucking tiny dick fucking little hamsters that gang stalk fucking anybody. Now, one thing is I'm living back there, right? Let's say I'm a homeless dude. I'm living back behind your Subway and you don't want no one living back there because maybe I am trying to rob you, right? That's common sense. When a guy's parked there for fucking 10 minutes, I was there for 10 fucking minutes, and that gang stalker pulled up and informed that manager, like, I'm up to no good. Like, what the fuck? I'm not even from here. Like, you don't even know who the fuck I am. All you know is that you're a fucking gang stalker. And then when I leave, because that guy's fucking staring at me, dude, like he's trying to kill me or something, dude. That's how you get in trouble. That's how you get hurt when you look at people like that. Seriously. You can go up and be like, hey, what you doing here? That's fine. But when you're staring at someone, what if that person is fucking armed? What if that person has a knife, dude? Just don't even do weird shit like that. Like, there's no point of that. And I've picked up orders from that guy before. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like a nice dude. That's why it was so fucking obvious. Someone told him something. That manager. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is real gang stalking live, not on camera, because for some reason my camera is black. This makes no fucking sense, right? So again, this is what it is. It is people informing each other, and informants and networks and fucking law enforcement and disinformation and private investigators and citizens, like secret citizen spies doing this shit. So when people don't talk anything about that, it's just obvious as fuck they're fake, man. It's obvious as fuck, man. But yeah, man, sorry for going off on that tangent. But if you guys were to see that, if I had my camera on, you'd be like, yeah, that's definitely gangsta. Like, why did he come and look out like that? That's fucking weird, dude. I used to think Patton was making these videos to try to prove that he's schizophrenic so that he can get a social security check. Both our dad and our oldest brother were diagnosed and get money. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how real he is because he doesn't come on and update. And he has a format of like, I don't know. I don't know how honest of a targeted Patton is, but I mean, I think he's being targeted a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know about people faking targeting to get schizophrenia checks. They're not even that much. It's probably like what, 500 a month or something, 700 a month, 150 a week. Like, it's nothing. So yeah, but you can see how when I'm making these videos, I'll try to make a serious video about it, and then you get sidetracked. Like, you're just doing basic stuff, and it makes it seem like you're a paranoid schizophrenic, but you just want a little privacy. That's all it is. But yes, I parked up in a different spot, and people start coming up out the woodwork too. I mean, it's normal, but it's not really. I feel like stuff like that can be explained by like AI. Like, certain things in gang stalking can be explained by AI, like I'll get a DoorDash, and then someone else might have an urge to go to that same restaurant that is like a neighbor or something. Like that's happened before. Like there's certain things that when you see people or if you see patterns, it's not always paid people and stuff, but there's a weird thing when you make a video on the topic, like all this weird shit starts happening. It's like a manifestation type of deal. When you try to expose it, and it just kind of reinforces the idea that it's real. But you gotta be honest with yourself. A person that's not honest is subversive awareness. I think he's way worse than targeted pattern. Like, so I tried to go into the advanced stuff, which is basically like UAV, drone, 24-hour surveillance, 24-hour mobbing. Like this stuff won't be happening at like 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, but yeah, people pull up in cars for sure. But there's people that say that you get mobbed 24/7. I just don't believe that. I mean, it does happen for long periods of time, but I don't believe that is your whole life. You're mobbed everywhere you go. Like if you go in the middle of the woods, someone's gonna follow you out there, type of deal. Nah, it can happen in extreme circumstances for certain targets, but yeah, it's definitely 24-hour surveillance. Like they have you, they know where you are. You're at 24 hours a day. Period. Like you can't get away from it. The only way you can do that is with aerial surveillance, satellite surveillance, basically. But the advanced stuff is directed energy, okay. V2K, remote neural monitoring. You know, this stuff is rare, like it's not common. Most people talking about this stuff are schizophrenics, like it is what it is. Your Kevin Christians, your stuff like that. It is what it is, man. I mean, it's good to look into it, but I mean, overall, they can't prove anything. What else is more advanced? The honeypots. I'm not gonna go into too much into the advanced stuff. Um, like their advanced tactics. I don't have a lot of time, but honeypots, pattern, symbolism, different groups being involved. Um, Political groups. So I don't know. I'm not gonna really go into a lot, but that's what gang stalking is, man. Is 24-hour surveillance, harassment protocols, psychological warfare, human beings doing government research, more than likely military research or research group discrediting, make you look. All the tactics that they're doing is just so when you talk about it, you sound crazy. So they have a lot of funding to whatever, send white shirts, send red cars. Like they'll do that just to have you talk about it. They trick you on getting onto YouTube. I feel like if you're off of YouTube, it has to die down. Like it's gonna still go on, but I think it has to die down. Like being on YouTube, this is about like some type of new age police virtual reality type shit, dude. Using social media as a way to punish people who speak on social media that shouldn't, by punishing them in real life with their neighbors, basically. That's what gang stalking is. People that don't fall into the category, they get singled out and targeted. They're targets of opportunity. And then they use that platform to do experimentation and make money off you. It's not that difficult to understand. But if you don't get the vibe of military industrial complex, people surveilling you, and you don't hear that from somebody, they're lying. Like you can't avoid that stuff, man. Even regular people believe that more than demons and shit like that. So the main thing about coming online is you're always gonna find fakes and shills. So I think that now that we have an authoritarian regime in place, all this gang stalking stuff is going to get a lot real soon. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff about gang stalking that's fake. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that, and that's what I meant to talk about more. But if you're exaggerating it, you're a fake. Like, if you're saying it's anything than what it is, you're a fake. If you're saying it's happening every day, you make every video on it, you're a fake. Because it can't be happening every day. That's why they make up, and that's the whole community. Every person on earth is a gang stalker. Schizophrenia mindset. But yeah, I'm about to grab a little lunch in the next few minutes. See what Mickey D's got going on. But yeah, man, like I haven't been getting gang stalked pretty much at all for a little bit. And then when I pulled into that subway, that was complete hands-on gang stalking, man. Like I wish I could have shown you guys. You would have seen it. But maybe it wasn't. But that guy definitely followed me, and he definitely told that manager that like why is that guy back there? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what it is? This area probably has a lot of homeless people. So it's probably happened to his restaurant where someone was like just squatting back there. But I was there for 10 minutes and that guy fucking, whether it was gang stalking or not, did that. So, all right, guys. Sorry I couldn't get into more details, but that's what I think I nailed what gang stalking is. If you hear anything different, then these people are just fucking fakes. They've never been through it, and it's that simple. But I'm out of here.